Hi, I'm Dux. I asked fellow Microsoft partners on how we can best take advantage of social media to grow our business. Let's hear what they have to say.
Okay, so my name's Debbie Ireland. I'm the Managing Director of Envision IT New Zealand Limited, and we do SharePoint training and SharePoint events. So, probably the most value we get from social networking is with our conferences. So, we do SharePoint conferences in Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and we use their social networking tools, I guess, primarily for two main purposes: communication and community. So, communication, obviously, we like to get the message out before events, during events, after events about what we're doing. We use Twitter, and I'll go into it maybe a little bit more of that, but Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. And I do think it's really important that we use all of those different tools and we get the message out through the different ways, just simply because people tend to use Facebook or don't use it at all or use Twitter. So we do have to watch what we're doing and the fact that we're using all mediums possible. We have hashtags for each of the conferences, which is great because it means that people can actually join in really, really early on before the events, keep up to date with what's happening. We interact a lot with our sponsors and with actually all our sponsors, our sponsors and all the other partners that promote and support the event, but also with all the speakers. So I find that speakers are big on social networking. They help us promote the event. It means that delegates can also start to interact and build on that whole community thing. So they can get to know, sometimes they get to meet people that they've been following on Twitter. When it gets to the event, we show all the visible tweets and all the things up on the big screen so that you can see all the tweets that are happening live. Very good for live feedback, which is sometimes positive, sometimes negative. But also, I've seen some very cool instances where delegates have actually retweeted during a session really cool stuff that they've learned, shared their knowledge or shared particular links that the speaker's been talking about. What else do we do? We also have lots of, I guess we've started to use more and more social networking ways. We had a conference phone app, so we had all the agenda and all the speakers and so forth on all sorts of mobile devices, and we'll be looking to do more of this in the future where we can reach out through all those social networking avenues at the event and have people using iPads and tablets and so forth and actually really encourage that interaction. I guess our Facebook pages do that too because it means that delegates can get involved, can interact with speakers, and we bridge that gap between the experts and the people attending that actually are there to learn. Sponsors also get a lot out of it because they tell people what prizes they're giving away and who wins certain things. And I guess it drives a lot of people not only to their booths, but also promotes their own products and services, which is cool. Does that help?